Once upon a time, in a mythical place called Cape Kennedy, an astronaut named Tony Nelson went up on a space mission. The missile went up, but something went wrong, and they had to bring it down. Captain Nelson landed on an island in the South Pacific, where he found a bottle. At least it looked like a bottle, but it didn't act like a bottle. Because in it was a genie. Oh, not your average everyday genie, but a beautiful genie who could grant any wish. Captain Nelson was so grateful, he set Jeannie free. Only she didn't want to be free. You know how it is when you've been cooped up in a bottle for 2,000 years. She wanted to have fun, and she wanted to have it with Captain Nelson. So she followed him back to...
Hey everyone, welcome back to our next project. As you can tell from the intro video, we're going to do a cult classic, and that's going to be the Captain Anthony Nelson GTO from the show I Dream a Genie. Now, a lot of people may also go, hold it, you said Captain and not Major. Well, in the beginning, first season of the show, when he drove the 65-66 GTO, he was but a captain. It wasn't until second season, when he drove the 67 convertible goat, that he was actually a major. So, in theory, this is actually Captain Nelson's GTO. I don't really expect this to be a very long, build. It's just pretty much a standard GTO. I was really searching and hoping to do something a little different to it, but it turns out basically that it's going to be the dark blue, midnight blue, I believe it's called, body, and the black interior. I was really kind of hoping to find glimpses in the show where they had the light blue interior just to give it some more pizzazz and pop. All black interiors are just kind of blah. But so far I haven't found it. So as of right now, it's just going to be the dark blue body and the black interior. And then, thanks to Chris over at Classic Plastic, I've got the plates for the front and the rear that will actually make this separate this from other GTOs to be Captain Nelson's GTO. So let's just take a quick look at the parts. I'm not going to get too in depth with that because this kit's been around for quite some time, so I'm sure you've seen all of it before. But for those that haven't, again, I'll just give you a quick look. We're not going to analyze every single piece, but hang on.
Gee, no, stop. No, don't do that. wherever you are, stay right there. Hello, Dr. Bellows. Captain Nelson, you and I have a lot to talk about.
All right, so we've got the standard AMT box. It's a 3-in-1 kit, skill level 2. I'm not really sure how old this is or how long it's been around. But like I said, everyone's seen it before, so we're not going to go too in depth in it. But let's take a look inside real quick. It's got 100+ parts on it. As you can see, it's molded in white. Here's the body, which is probably the most important part everybody really wants to see. It's got molded in GTO symbol on the back. It's got the GTO fender badge here. It's got it's an old kit. You can see some swirls on the plastic and everything. I haven't seen there's a couple mold lines here on the back here, both sides. The hood, seats. Pretty sure these aren't very accurate. I don't know Pontiacs at all that well, but that's definitely not a pattern that looks familiar to me. But that's all right. The good thing about the AMT kits, and this being a 3-in-1, you can do 3 different versions. You get the extra parts, and that's really cool for when you decide you want to scratch build stuff. I mean, look at this harness you can do. That's kind of cool. That's cool, okay, the extra parts. But these seats are really kind of cheesy and very disappointing. But that's okay. In this kit, the chassis is all molded in together. There's no separate rear, an exhaust system. It's all in one piece. It's not curbside. I will be able to put in the motor. Got the dashboard. See there. Nice detail. The boot for the convertible top, steering wheel. That looks like an aftermarket wheel though. We got the all-in-one interior tub. It's got the console, molded in window cranks and stuff like that. Nothing that crazy. Like I said, I don't expect this to be a very long build. It's got a lot of flash on. It's going to need to be cleaned up, but that's alright. Comes with 2 different tops, which is kind of neat, I guess. I'm not sure why it would do that. You've got one, looks like a standard type top here. You got the second one with the sails on the back by the window here. I don't know if that was something production for Pontiacs or that's just something that the manufacturer did for this kit, but neither of these will be used. We got the motor parts. Nothing special here. We can do 2 different types. We can do the standard single carb setup, or we can do a tri-carb setup. I'm not sure which motor he had in the car. The tri-motor would be kind of fun. We'll have to play that out and see what happens. We got one chrome tree. Okay, and again, it's got all the chrome parts. Obviously, you've got the whole back bumper set up in chrome, the whole nose in chrome, the grills, the air cleaner for the singles engine setup. We've got extra rims for a custom version. We won't be using those. Put those away for something else. And we got the standard hubcaps. Hubcaps or rims? I'm not sure. I think they're steel rims. But we got the standard ones, the stock ones. And then the other neat part that I like about their AMT kits, they give you all these tires. All kinds of tires. Stock tires and slicks and stuff like that. Again, we're not going to be using them for this car, but they're really neat to have for other builds. So that's neat. What does suck about it is it's got the steel bar that goes in between for the wheels. We've got one red chrome piece, and that's gonna got the tail lights. The instructions. Standard, average, nothing exciting here. Instruction sheet. Okay. Basically 16 steps to get this car built. So anyway, that's it. Quick look, like I said. I still have to do a little bit more research before I start on this kit. But you know, research in this case really falls to having to watch episodes of I Dream of Jeannie, which doesn't really suck to me because I still like the show a lot. I think it's a pretty cool show, and it goes back to my childhood and stuff like that, so it's kind of cool. But anyway, that's the kit. Stay tuned. We're going to get started. I'll get the final colors and everything in the next segment, let you know what we're doing with that. Oh, here's the other clear piece. You've got the windshield. Actually, I'm assuming one of these is the back window for one of the cars. I don't know. We got two different ones. Probably the windshield, and then these two are probably for the different tops. So a lot of flash, some scratches, because everything else in here was bagged. This wasn't. This was floating around inside the kit, so it's got some scratches to it, but we can fix that. Anyway, stay tuned for our trip down memory lane and a cult classic with the I Dream of Jeannie, Captain Nelson's GTO. Be back.